Good morning, my name is Lee Mallon and this is ML.Run. And today I want to share with you an experiment that we created in the last 24 hours. This is off the back of an article we released earlier in the week called Generating a Fake Person for KYC. And this article came about because, we've been thinking about in the world of generative AI where you can generate at massive scale, human-like text, images, video, music, etc. How is this going to affect key features of operating a business, such as KYC? And as you can see here in this article, I was able to take ChatGPT, I was able to ask it for key points in a person's life, and then from that generate an image prompt, and then from that create an actual image. But then I was able to take that person, that individual, and make him do other stuff. His engagement, some holidays, different settings where he's been. I only did like 12, 13 photos, but there's no reason I couldn't have generated thousands of them, and also from many different people. And this is the concern with generative AI. It's not that it's foolproof. You're not going to be able to rock into a bank with these pictures and get a bank account or a passport, but we can see the direction this is going. And though we can't get this government-issued IDs today, that's not the case for every single country, and that is also definitely not the case in the future. There's no reason in the future why I couldn't generate receipts, bank statements, driving licenses, etc., and use them as a fabricated way to get an official ID, including if I want to pretend I was somewhere where I wasn't. I could generate a whole array of holiday photos and say, well, I was in Spain on these dates, so how could I have been doing this nefarious thing over here? Again, this is all just ideas of how this stuff can go, and hopefully it doesn't get as bad as what I'm kind of portraying, but it makes you kind of think, how could this be utilized in a bad way? Simultaneously, yesterday I got a message from a friend of mine that said that their iPhone had been compromised, and they just wanted some advice on how they could lock it down further. Now, luckily it was them, their device had been compromised, but they managed to resolve it. But in that moment, because I'd recently done this article, it did make me question, is this the person I think it is, or am I going to get asked for some crypto transfer or PayPal account in the next few minutes? So I asked my friend, a question of something only they would know from our history. But even that made me think, like, for a lot of people, under the age of 25, their life is on social media. So when you say as a secret kind of exchange of information, where did you go on holiday, or where was your birthday for your 18th? That information is publicly available. And the rapid rise of compute means that's going to be quite easy to also extract and funnel into this type of conversational of identification quite quickly. So we have to think of some other ways of doing it, maybe slightly lower tech, or maybe even more complicated. So ML.Run, we decided to create a very simplistic tool to start the way. And it's called, surprisingly, Way, which is short for Who Are You? And it's basically, if you think of two-factor or OTP codes that you would get if you try and log into a system, and you get this kind of code and you have to put it in and validate who you are. But this is kind of like the two-factor OTP code for human-to-human communication. And it is very simple. How it works is I would basically inform my loved ones or people who are close to me, who, if they're the type of people, if they would ask me for money, or they'd ask me for some help or something like that, and I want to validate who they are. And I would say, if you ever get a request from me to say, validate who you are, I'm going to point you to a thing called Way. And then if you go onto that, you're going to have to enter in a phone number, which is my phone number. And then I'm going to give you a secret phrase, and the secret phrase is going to be house. And I would tell a different secret phrase to each different people. And obviously we'll get to the fact that we have to manage all these secret phrases, but one step at a time. So here I'm just going to put in my phone number. That's actually not my phone number. And I'm going to put in my secret phrase here of house. And what that's going to do is it's just going to generate me a code word. And this code word is only valid for 1 minute. And then it will basically change to another code word, and then another, and then another. And if I slightly tweak the phrase, as you can see, the code word automatically changes. If the phone number changes slightly, so does the code word, which provides an element of reduced collision issue, more of a technical thing. But what it means is my friend can basically go to this site, put in all these details, and say me, the code word right now is phase. I can then go to the website, put my phone number in, put my secret phrase in, and then get the code word of phase, and then validate, and have some element of security and trust that that is the person who I know they are. Now, you don't have to put a phone number in. It could be anything. It just could be your name. So I can say, if you go to this site, put my name in, and then our secret phrase is the house number of where we lived when we were growing up, for example. And then the code word is going to be criminal, and then it gives me something to put on my side. Now, the great thing about this is all the information that is held within here is held in the browser. Nothing is saved, nothing is sent to the server, which means it is no central authority like you get with OTP codes. Now, this is very much just version 1. It's something we just created this morning, and we'd love to hear the feedback. If anyone's got any ideas for how we can improve it, any potential security issues that maybe we haven't thought about, we'd love to hear. And also, if you want to give it a go from a consumer point of view, I'd love to hear how you find using the tool too. Have a great day. My name has been Lee Mallon, and this has been an ML.Run experiment. Thank you.